Hey guys, Chris here from Kite Republic. We are here at the Core International Dealer Meeting in Cape Town, and I have got the Dutch Big Air machine. Stephen, talk us through the XR and everything kiting at the moment. Obviously, this is a kite that came out recently.
Yep.
And mate, I believe you've done some good things to your woo records as well on this thing.
Yeah, so to be completely fair, I'm not riding this kite so much. It's a big air machine, but I really love my kites to be playful, and this kite is slightly slower, but we'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah.
What this kite does do is it lifts you and it keeps on lifting you. So I took this kite for a spin with 22 meter lines not too long ago, and I actually straight away managed to jump 32 meters high on the woo.
Not
so
bad.
I think that was quite a...
It's respectable.
Yeah, quite a good one. And with that, we're currently occupying the top 5 spots with the XR6 in the woo world record list.
The 5 highest jumps of all time from any rider have been on this kite.
Yeah, and currently the new world records are changing between, I think, Maarten Hager, Mike McDonald and Joshua Emanuel are at the moment just like record after record, especially this past season here in Cape Town. Mm-hmm. But one thing that stays the same is it's all done with the XR.
Yeah, perfect. And we talk about the big air side and the height and the hang time and making your jumps easier, and we'll get into that even more, no doubt. But this is a kite that someone can come out of lessons or be in lessons and very easily be using, like if not as easy as it gets sort of thing. So, so tell us, who is this kite aimed at and why does it work so well?
So I think one of the biggest reasons why this kite is our best seller is because it is one of the, it is our easiest kite to ride. Mm-hmm. Because it's such a high aspect kite and it's such a nice wing shape. You just have to pull in that bar and you can ride off. So it's basically a sheet and go kite. Mm-hmm. And that's also why so many people love it, because even if your technique is completely off on your jumping, which shouldn't be, work on your technique first, but even if your technique is completely off, you can still manage to get high because you just pull that bar down and this kite starts lifting you and lifting you more.
Yep.
So the accessibility of this kite just makes it such a big and bestseller.
Yeah, awesome. And one of the things I keep hearing over and over again about the XR, and I've obviously experienced as well in trials, is you can ride a 12 meter kite, you can ride a 6 meter, 7 meter, you can ride complete different sizes and chop and change, and you get such a similar feel. It's not like one go, oh, this huge tank of a thing, and then you've got a mosquito over here. They've managed to find a way throughout the range to keep it so similar that you just feel comfortable no matter what you jump on. Yeah. What's the, how do they do this?
I think
we want secrets.
What secrets? I can let you in on a couple, not all of them, obviously. But I think one of the major things for that is that Core takes a 2-year production cycle, or development cycle actually. Yep. So our products only release every 2 years, and what that does, it gives the designers such a long time to actually play with these products, see what they enjoy, then look back at the previous one and see if it's actually better, because we came to such a late stage. We came to such an awesome kite that people learn to love, that it's very hard to make it better without fucking it up. If you want to know, for instance, how many prototypes they actually use, for the XR, they actually make about 150 prototypes. Mm-hmm. So as you can imagine, that's a huge amount of kites, and all they do is they want to keep the consistent feel throughout the kites. If you design a 9 meter that works perfect, that definitely doesn't mean it's going to work perfect as a 7 or as a 12. Yeah,
it's not a scale up, scale down.
No, there's always small changes in the angle of attack and small things that need to be changed, and therefore, they need so many prototypes.
Perfect. And obviously awesome upwind, awesome for jumps, awesome for that rider that wants to go higher, awesome for someone learning, relaunches like that. Who's this kite not for?
So if you're really into wave riding, for instance, this kite does it all. You can also take it out on waves. We took it out on waves in Brazil, and it is fun. But if you're, for instance, going to One Eye, or you're really going to point breaks and you're a dedicated wave rider, this is not your kite. It drifts all right, but because it has 5 struts, it's not going to drift as well as a Nexus or a Section. If you're doing a lot of unhooked and doing a lot of handle passes, I know a couple of friends, Canadian friends, that actually love riding this kite because it pulls like a wakeboard park basically. It just keeps on pulling. But if you're really wanting to do double handle passes or doing a lot of freestyle, I can also not recommend this kite to you. But if you're gonna be talking big air, easy riding and easy cruising, this is the kite for you. Old school, man, you stay up for days. So you got more than enough time to take your board off, flip it a few times and put it back on.
We're talking big air, and we've just come out of the Red Bull King of the Air, obviously, and obviously it's not the style of kite that you would see in that competition. It's got the massive consequence in your loops and things like that. But I was really surprised at watching, watching a couple of you guys out there on, 9s, thereabouts in the XRs, massive loops, same thing. It's still getting around well. It's still catching you. It's still doing it well. So it's all feasible.
It definitely is. And it's a shame that Janek Gregowski, it's a Polish rider of ours, he injured his ankle doing skydiving, and for me he was one of the newbies that I got so high up for actually getting on the podium Red Bull King of the Air. And he used to ride the GTS a lot, but he just completely switched back to riding the XR because of the massive easy lift you get on that kite.
Don't have to be perfect.
It doesn't have to be perfect to jump, and once you get it perfect, you just go so high. The loop of the kite is way less extreme, but it definitely is pull in that loop. And for him, I've seen him doing combinations that I've never seen before. So I think in one session a session in Witsand, he had 3 or 4 world first different tricks, board of combinations with a kite loop, which I was massively impressed with.
Very nice. If you're keen to try out the XR, make sure you hit us up. I really appreciate your time and knowledge, and it's been an absolute pleasure watching you kite out here the last couple of days. Super smooth, and keep an eye out for him. Guys, hit us up, kiterepublic.com.au. Cheers.